am Max, and this is Dango Duo, or rather Dango Singular. Welcome to our coverage of the Winter Anime 2017 season. I am half of Dango Duo. Here, we react to anime, and I have a reaction just for you. I recently watched episode 1 of ACCA, 13 District Inspection Department. Yeah! I nailed that from memory. If you are at all new to our videos, let me tell you how this is gonna go, okay? Here I'm gonna react. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this episode, what the series is all about. I'm gonna tell you what I liked, what I didn't like. I'm gonna give you my recommendation. Am I gonna keep on watching? And then after that, if the anime interests you, I recommend you go watch it and come back, because right after that, I'm gonna begin the spoiler zone, where I'm gonna be spoiling everything that happened and giving you my full in-depth thoughts. And so, with all those formalities out of the way, let's dive right in! Dear viewer, you may be wondering, Max, what is ACCA, 13 Territory Inspection Department, all about? Well, dear viewer, ACCA 13 Territory Inspection Department is a political drama and intrigue anime based on the manga of the same name. The original manga was published in June of 2013 and concluded on October of 2016. The story of ACCA is focused on the political struggle between the 13 independent and autonomous districts of the same nation. The first episode follows from Jean, the vice president of the inspection department, which happens to be in charge of making sure that all of the 13 districts don't get up to any shady business. This first episode is mostly introduction. We get to know about Jean, his job, the world, and the thing that he does, as well as a couple elements that are surely to come back and bite him in the butt later on. See, there we go, a nice and easy explanation of what this anime is all about. Pretty straightforward, political intrigue, in a bit of a pseudo-dystopian setting. I have a lot to say about that in the spoiler zone, but first, what did I like? What did I enjoy the most about ACCA? Well, first and foremost, the art style is kind of beautiful. Like, everything is kind of pastel-y, and all of the characters have very interesting designs. Like, I don't wanna just say that it looks European, but it looks like European animation, in which, how can I say this? Not everyone is beautiful. Like, I was joking that, like, this anime doesn't feel like an anime because not everyone is, like, super bishy pretty. And it's kind of refreshing. It really is. And you can definitely tell that this is based on a manga because all of the character designs are, like, very well designed. There are no lazy character designs in here. Everyone, even, like, the background people, all have different proportions and facial structures. It's kind of crazy. I really like the art style in this anime, I really do. Maybe a little bit more than I love the music, even though the music is still awesome. Like, it's got this jazzy feel to it, and the opening theme, I could have sworn it's like something out of Persona. Like, I was reading up on it, and I'm not sure, but part of me is like, is Lotus Juice involved in this? Lotus Juice, of course, being the guy who did a bunch of vocals for a bunch of Persona music tracks, particularly the battle themes. So it's like, this is really good. Now, the animation's pretty good, it's pretty interesting. Pastel-y colors, pretty soft, I really like it. The music's great. Also, a political drama. It's exciting. There's clearly intrigue going on, and everyone appears to have their own agenda, and there's like some sort of like class struggles between the rich protagonist who just smokes all the time and the apparently poorer people or employees of the district government. It's interesting. You can clearly tell, especially from the opening shots, or rather the shots in the opening theme, that there's gonna be a lot of maybe backstabby, shady business going on. It almost feels like it would be like an espionage story. It's very exciting. We didn't get a lot in this particular first episode, but the setup is there. I can feel it, and it's definitely exciting. Now, this is generally the part of the video in which I would tell you what I didn't like in this particular episode, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you here. I actually dislike nothing here. And okay, if this is your first time watching us react, you may think, okay, Max, you're shelling too hard. No, I am really critical of anime. I tell stories for a living. I take storytelling very seriously. And if you want to watch me tear anime apart, check out our Fall Anime 2016 reaction series. This here is incredibly solid. I can't believe how solid, and I don't want to say flawless because I don't know where things are going. It's based on a manga, so there's probably things that are getting missed left and right. But so far, I enjoy the package. The presentation is stellar, the music, the art style, I really like it. It's different. It's different in a good and interesting way. Seeing all these different characters with like different facial structures, it's kind of refreshing. And there's a bunch of art things that I'm gonna talk later that I really enjoy. Overall though, I would be exaggerating if I just like pulled out a nitpick as my one dislike. Honestly, this anime is pretty solid. This first episode is really strong, which brings me to my recommendations. Am I gonna keep on watching? Absolutely. I'm gonna be doing first episode reactions to a bunch of other stuff before I jump back to ACCA, but I'm definitely gonna watch this. I'm definitely gonna get Kitty to watch ACCA because this first episode is strong and the animation style is just, it's very interesting. It's very European and I really like it. So, there you go. I enjoyed this first episode. It's really well produced. I'm enjoying it and I can't wait to watch more. Now, if you have listened to me talk and you go, hey Max, that sounds pretty interesting, then in that case, you should go watch it. There's a link, there should be a link to it in the description down below. You can go watch it on Crunchyroll. I want to know what you think. And you should definitely watch it before I jump into the spoiler zone. At the count of 3, I'm gonna start spoiling everything. So pause the video, go watch it, and come back because it begins at the count of 3, 2, 1. Okay, hold up. There was a kind of golden moment when Jean tells people, the people in his apartment, the news that their department is getting shut down, and the people around him are like, yeah, it's a surprise we lasted this long. And I like that because it's a different type of dystopia. It's a dystopia where everyone feels so safe that they're like, yeah, why do we even need this department that makes sure that nobody's up to no good? Why do we even need cops in this perfect world? And you'll be saying, Max, that's a utopia. Yes, but the little things here, the things in the tone make me feel like this is dystopia instead of, utopia. Also, the idea as cigarettes being incredibly fancy is kind of interesting, and it only goes to show, like, I don't want to say what kind of asshole our main character is, but how he feels about things where he's just smoking it. He's just smoking tobacco the entire time. And if we were to imagine that those, instead of being rolled with paper, they were rolled in $100 bills, then now maybe we could have a bit of a point of reference for, what he's doing. It's interesting. I like it. It's nice, interesting world building, but it's nowhere near as cool as Ladies with Pants! Yes! There are women that work in the freaking district department, and they're wearing pants, because that's the uniform. That is awesome. I freaking love that. I adore the consistency within this. You work in the department, here is your uniform, a pair of pants, and a freaking cool looking jacket thing. I really like it, I really do. And talking about characters, it shows kind of like the development of their government force, where one of the establishing shots of Jean's office are his co-workers being all about like the day's snacks. Oh, today's snacks are gonna be this! And I'm like, oh, these people don't take their job very seriously. As someone who used to work at a really, really big office, you could tell the people who really, really didn't care about their work by the ones who were the most excited about the business lunches. That's not to say that if you like them, you were wrong, but I'm just saying that I'm like, hey, shouldn't you, I don't know, care more about the meeting and, your job than, what the hell we're having for lunch, today? It's a little, maybe a little too real. So yeah, Ladies with Pants, A+++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++ emoji. Aside from other things, again, like the art style is just so pretty. The pastel colors, the minimalistic shading, the fact that everyone has a different facial structure, it's kind of amazing. I really like it. I really, really do. And I guess to talk a little bit about our protagonist, Jean, it's interesting because part of me at the end of the episode, the very stinger at the very end of the episode, it's supposed to be about Nico, I think, who's supposed to be our next POV character, our next point of view character. And I don't know how I feel about it, because part of me really likes the idea of just following Jean and having it being more about a personal story, things that he's dealing with. And clearly he's being set up for something. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what Jean did in the past, but clearly someone upstairs don't want him. And he's kind of getting in trouble. The setup with clearly the lighter, that's foreshadowing. It's super hard foreshadowing. Not try hard, but it's the sort of thing where, like, when he lost it once, I was like, that's interesting. That's a way to get him back to the office. When he lost it twice, I was like, okay, this is a plot point. And then, of course, at the end of the episode, the other odd guy just takes it, and of course says, it's bad to be cut with things that can start fires. So that's clearly a setup. It's a super big setup to get Jean in trouble later on, probably as soon as next episode. I don't know if this anime adapts the entire manga. It's 3 years of a manga. It really is 3 years, holy crap. I don't know, it probably doesn't. It'll probably just cover the first arc. We had a lot of stuff happen in this episode, but it feels like what would happen in one volume of a manga, so I don't know what the pacing is doing. Yeah, the lighter is clearly a setup, and again, when I was doing my reaction, because I'm looking over my notes, and I really like the idea of just keeping Jean as our protagonist, POV character, but at the same time, because Jean is kind of straightforward, and he seems like a tough nut to crack, so I don't know how long it would take for him to finally reveal his tragic backstory, or whatever he did in the past, or why is it that he's peddling with cigarettes. I don't know. Again, this story is doing the really good stuff of giving you questions. No straightforward answers here. What is going on? Who's that totally awesome lady with the blue hair? I don't know, but I love her. I love her. It's just amazing. I want to see more stuff with her. She's clearly in the opening whispering to somebody's ear, so no details ever wasted. Overall, though, I definitely enjoyed this first episode of ACCA. There's a lot of interesting stuff in there, and I love me a political drama. I really, 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 really do. So, I'm in. I was gonna watch another anime instead of this one, and I kind of just jumped in, and I'm like, screw it, I really do feel like that dystopian, totally not totalitarian state look, and I jumped in and I really did enjoy this. I'm gonna assume that if you watched all this way into the video that you actually watched the episode of the anime, or you're about to go watch it, in which case, I would love to hear what you have to say regarding it. What are your thoughts on it? Have you read the manga? Am I missing anything? Did I miss like a really big plot hole that I should have caught? Let me know in the comments down below, and if you want to see more ACCA, then let me know. I will probably come back to it in a big reaction series. We want to do a bunch of first episodes of a bunch of the anime to kind of sample things. A nice sampler plate of anime, if you may. So you have that to look forward to. For the time being, hello! We're Dango Duo. We review anime and do Let's Play content every single day. If you would like to watch some more of our stuffs, then please hit that subscribe button and tag along. We also reply to every comment that we get, so make sure to leave a comment if you want to get in contact with us. Additionally, we have a Patreon page. If you would like to make sure that we can continue on making these videos and get really cool perks like watching our videos early, appearing on the credits, and maybe voting on upcoming reaction series and Let's Plays, then head up our Patreon on the link on the screen right now. There should also be videos on the screen right now for you to go check out, our other reaction series, and maybe some of our Let's Play silliness. For the time being, thank you for tagging along, thank you for watching this first episode of Max Reacts to ACCA, and I hope to see you on the next one!